Okay, so, everyone's talking about AI and making money with it, right? And the question we're really digging into today is, can you actually make like $100 a day with AI, even if you're like not super techie?
Yeah, you see these big claims all the time, but it's like, is this for real? Can normal people actually do this?
Exactly. And we found some really cool advice on this, and we want to really break it down in this deep dive, see if it actually holds up.
Yeah, so we can figure out the real deal is here.
Right. We've been looking at this article that's all about like practical ways to use AI to bring in money like every day.
Like not just some big vague ideas, but stuff you can really try out.
Yeah, and our goal is to help you figure out, what are the key takeaways? Like, what do you really need to know? And could this actually work for you?
I think a lot of people are wondering that too.
All right, so let's jump right in. The first thing this article talks about is using AI for like content creation services.
Right, so like using these AI tools to help you create content that you can then like sell to people.
Yeah. Exactly. And, for a lot of us, the thought of writing professionally can be a little scary, right? But these AI tools like ChatGPT, JasperCopy.ai, they can really change the game.
They can, yeah. It's amazing what they can do these days.
Like they can whip up blog posts, newsletters, product descriptions, even video scripts.
And the quality is pretty impressive too. Like you can actually use this stuff.
And fast, right? It's not like spending hours and hours trying to write something.
Yeah, that's the big thing for me. These tools can help you get over that initial hurdle of just starting.
Totally. So it sounds like the key here is that these tools are not replacing humans, but they're like super powerful assistants.
Right. They're not going to do everything for you.
Yeah.
But they can take a lot of the grunt work out of it.
Yeah, so they can help with the first draft research, even experiment with different writing styles.
So you can focus on the creative parts and really refining the content.
And the article says that this makes it so much easier for people to like offer content creation services. You don't need years of like formal training or whatever to get started.
And I think that's a game changer for a lot of people, right? Like it opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
Absolutely. So the article says, it's pretty simple to get started. You just sign up on freelance platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, freelancer.com, those.
Yeah, everyone's heard of those.
Right. And you just offer your writing services and you specifically say you use AI to make things faster.
Which is a huge selling point for clients, right? Because everyone wants things done quickly these days.
And the pricing they suggest is pretty interesting too, like $20 to $50 per piece of content.
Which sounds pretty reasonable, right? Especially if you can turn them around quickly.
And the article says if you do the math, even completing just 2 to 5 pieces a day in that price range could get you to that $100 mark.
Or even more, right? It depends on how much you're willing to put in.
Exactly. So I think this brings up a really interesting question for everyone listening. How much time could you realistically spend on this each day? And what kind of content do you think you'd be good at?
Yeah, I think it's important to think about what you enjoy doing too, right? Because if you're not into it, it's going to be hard to keep it up.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to the second idea, which I think is really cool. Visually, it's about designing and selling AI-generated artwork.
Oh, yeah, this one's super interesting, especially for people who like to be creative.
Yeah, and, for someone like me whose artistic ability is like stick figures, the idea of creating like awesome visuals is, well, it's a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, I hear you. But that's the thing about AI. It can really make anyone an artist in a way.
That's what the article says, right? It says you don't even need design skills with tools like Midjourney DAE, even Canva's AI features.
I've played around with those, and it's kind of mind-blowing what they can do.
It can generate these amazing images just from text prompts, like you describe what you want, and boom!
It's like magic, but it's actually technology.
It's wild. And, there are so many ways to actually turn this into money. The article talks about selling print-on-demand products like mugs, T-shirts, posters with your AI designs through platforms like Redbubble, Teespring, Printful.
Yeah, those platforms are great because they handle all the, logistics of actually producing and shipping this stuff.
Exactly. So you can focus on the creative side and getting the word out there.
And promoting your designs.
The article also suggests offering custom work through social media and even selling digital downloads on Etsy.
Oh, yeah. Etsy's a great place for that kind of thing.
And the article gives a simple example. If one $10 design sells just 10 times a day, that's your $100 right there.
So you can see how quickly it can add up, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about video. The third method is creating YouTube or TikTok videos where you don't even have to be on camera.
Oh, yeah, the faceless YouTube channel thing that's super popular these days.
Yeah, perfect for people like me who are a little camera shy.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are amazing at creating content, but they just hate being in front of the camera.
Totally. And the article mentions these tools like Pictory Synthesia Lumen 5 that can create professional-looking videos with AI-generated voices and even on-screen avatars.
So you don't have to record your own voice or show your face at all.
Yeah, it's crazy how realistic the AI voices are getting too.
It's really impressive.
So the article suggests some ideas for these kinds of channels, like focusing on motivation, interesting facts, health tips, that kind of thing.
Stuff that doesn't require you to be like a personality on camera.
Right. And when it comes to making money, it's the usual routes, ads on YouTube, the TikTok creator fun, if you get enough views and followers.
Which can take time to build up, but it's definitely possible.
But the article also mentions offering your video creation skills to businesses or other creators, and that sounds like it could be pretty profitable.
Oh, yeah. That's a great way to go if you're good at it, because businesses are always looking for high-quality video content.
And they're willing to pay for it.
Exactly. And the article points out that even one client project or a single video that goes viral could easily bring in more than $100 a day.
So the potential is definitely there. Okay, let's move on to our fourth method. This one takes us into the world of books self-publishing using AI.
Ooh, this is a good one. Writing a book has always seemed like such a huge undertaking to me.
Yeah, it can be, but the article suggests that AI tools like ChatGPT or Pseudo-Write can actually help with outlining and even writing the content.
Whoa, really? So you could tell the AI what kind of book you want to write, and it could help you get started.
That's what they're saying, yeah. Whether it's like stories for kids, self-help guides, those really specific how-to books.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, it's not going to write the whole book for you.
Probably not the whole thing, but
Yeah.
it can be a really helpful co-author or writing assistant, help you get over those hurdles.
Like writer's block and stuff.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop with and the article even mentions using tools like Canva or Midjourney to design the cover.
Well, that's cool. So you could have a really professional-looking cover without having to hire a designer.
And then the actual publishing process is made pretty easy through Amazon KDP Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah, I've heard of that. It's supposed to be pretty user-friendly.
And they give an example of how you could potentially earn, selling just 20 copies a day at $5 a book gets you to that $100 goal.
Which doesn't sound too crazy, right? Like if you can get the word out there about your book.
Especially with AI helping you write it faster. Okay, so our final method is a little different. It's about teaching other people how to use AI.
Oh, that's interesting because it seems like everyone's trying to figure out AI right now.
That's exactly what the article says. There's this big knowledge gap, and a lot of people are still trying to figure out how to use it effectively.
So if you've got a head start, you could actually teach others.
Right, and the article suggests a few ways to get started, creating simple tutorials on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Yeah, those short-form video platforms are perfect for that kind of thing.
It also mentions offering one-on-one coaching, through video calls or even creating online courses on platforms like Gumroad, Udemy, Teachable.
So you could reach a lot of people that way.
And the main benefit for the people learning from you is figuring out how to save time, make money, help their own businesses grow by using AI.
Which is a really valuable skill set these days.
Totally. Okay, so the article also includes some pro tips for really maximizing your earnings, and these are worth paying attention to.
Yeah, let's hear them.
So first, it advises focusing on one or two strategies to start rather than trying to do everything at once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like it's easy to get overwhelmed if you try to do too much at once.
Right, it's better to get really good at one thing and then build from there.
Yeah, like master one platform or tool before moving on to the next one.
Another tip is to start with the free versions of AI tools and only think about upgrading once you're actually making some money.
That's a good way to keep your costs down, especially when you're just getting started.
They also emphasize the importance of being active on social media, sharing what you're doing, offering helpful tips, building your own personal brand.
Oh yeah, social media is so important these days for anything you're trying to do online.
Exactly. It's not just for keeping up with friends anymore. It's for networking, marketing, building an audience.
Yeah, and people are more likely to trust you and buy from you if they feel like you know you.
Absolutely. And this is a really key point. The article stresses that the human still plays a vital role in adding real value. AI is just a tool.
Right, it's not going to replace humans entirely, at least not anytime soon.
It's your creativity, your unique way of looking at things, your effort that really make the difference.
Yeah, AI can automate certain tasks and make things more efficient, but it can't replicate human creativity and understanding.
So it's about finding that balance between using AI and using your own skills.
Absolutely. Okay, so when you put it all together, this article makes a pretty compelling argument.
Yeah, it's like they're saying earning $100 a day with AI isn't just some fantasy. It's a smart, scalable reality.
And it's really encouraging to see all these different ways people are already doing it.
And what I find particularly interesting is the variety of methods they present. You know, it can appeal to different interests and skill sets.
Yeah, so there's something for everyone, basically.
And the focus on clear, actionable steps, achievable goals, it makes it feel less like some far-off dream and more like something you could actually start working towards today.
Yeah, it makes it feel attainable.
Exactly. And the article really tries to speak to a wide range of people, you know, freelancers, students, people staying home, anyone looking for new opportunities.
It's like they're saying it doesn't matter what your background is, there's a way for you to use AI to make money.
And the tools are out there, and now is a good time to start exploring.
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be alive, that's for sure.
So here's something to really think about. You know, looking at all these different ways you could use AI, from creating content to designing art-making videos, writing books, even teaching others, which one really sparks your interest?
Yeah, which one are you drawn to?
Or which one feels like it connects with the skills you already have? And maybe even more importantly, what's one small thing you could do today, right now, to take that first step and start seeing what's possible?
Yeah, to start experimenting and see where it takes you.